You said, let me give you a quote. Here's a quote.
It's going to be about sex again, isn't
well,
it?
it says, no, but it's not me, it's you. There's a quote here. It says, shoes and clothes are better than sex.
I would never have said that.
You did say that.
Not a chance.
No, I think I said that.
You said that.
Yes,
all right.
I did, yeah.
Go on, then.
I've been obsessed since a child, and of course, I learnt about clothes before I had my first bit of sex.
And?
No, that's all I'm going to say. No.
So, you know what, I think Trinny has a point, because if you look good as a woman, and I'm sure, Charlotte, you agree, if you feel confident in what you're wearing, you feel more sexy. If you feel more sexy, you're going to give better blowjobs, let's face it.
Did you think it would get there, Michael?
I didn't think, no, I didn't. I thought later on, maybe, but not right now. Well, that's brought me up short, I must tell you. And there's actually no answer to that, is there? No.
Next question.
What do you reckon, Charlotte?
I'm not saying anything.
Are you kidding? When you're doing this show, I mean, it's a fascinating concept, and you dig deep with these ladies. I mean, you get them talking in a way, the women talking, that men never would, actually. I mean,
they do.
I saw that the last show you did was the show about the 70-year-olds, right? By the way, you did actually, and I must make this point, you did seem rather surprised, and it did surprise me, that people over 70 can have sex.
It surprised you, or you...
It surprised me that you were surprised.
Okay,
exactly.
Fine. Yeah, all right. Why is that?
Why? Well,
yeah.
Why should they not have sex?
Do you want to speak about your own...
No, because, I mean, I gave it up years ago, but I mean...
Did your wife want to know that?
No, but I mean, you talked to more or less. I mean, you talked to a couple of ladies about their lovers, about their love life and that sort of thing. And I just wondered, I mean, it's fascinating. You sit there and you're actually... I did feel a bit of a sort of voyeur when that was happening, although I saw the reason for it later on, when you actually pulled off that amazing trick of making those women really transform them.
Well, I think with you know, we were first of all surprised that they still had sex, because it's one of the areas we haven't yet got to. You know, we're close to menopause, as Susannah said, and we've been through midlife crisis already, and we're mothers of mothers of kids. Yes. But that was kind of... So it's surprising. And what was most surprising, but shouldn't really be surprising, is they still felt 30, 35 inside. So it's, although their body had grown up, they hadn't.
Yes.
But I think it was kind of... For us, it was surprising, because it was like talking to our mother, you know, or our grandmother, and you don't expect your mother to be so vocal about sex. But it was a real learning curve, and it was, yes, thank goodness, too.
Well, what about, I mean, I suppose that all the time, when you're doing these shows and talking to women, that you confront your own demons too, don't you?
Very much so.
Yeah. In what instance would it be?
I mean, I would say for last series we did menopause, and because we are kind of broaching that, sadly.
You keep saying it, Susannah.
But I have a real kind of obsession about it. But it was a very frightening area, and it was an area that had never been touched before. And I think it was very encouraging to a lot of women, as well as Trinny and I, to see that they could get through that void and come out the other side. Because, you know, so many women believe that once they've gone through menopause, they're no longer a sexual being in any way, shape or form.
Yes.
Which is wrong.
Yes.
And, you know, HRT, that's going to be on my arse until I go to my grave.
You've always to look forward to, Charlotte, by the way.
It's true, they can't tell us apart. You are very true when you say that.
I know, well, I can tell you apart. You're Ant and he's Dec.
Well done.
And I tell you why, because you do look different. I mean, you've got that a bit of glint in your eye, you. I mean,
you don't quite trust us.
No, it's not that.
And you'd be right.
I think it could be a bit tasty. And now listen, there's a story I try to prove what I'm saying now. There's a story in research about the only time that you two had a fight. And it just says a punch was thrown. I bet you threw it.
I did.
Yeah, there you go. Yes. Exactly, make my point.
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Absolutely. What about this business of the confusion, though? I mean, it does happen, doesn't it?
Yeah, all the time. And the thing is, there's two of us, so most people, you know, it's a 50-50 chance they're going to get it right. And they don't. You know, they always call me Dec, always call Dec Ant, and get quite annoyed when we say they're wrong. You know, I've been out before, and I was out in Newcastle having a drink, and someone came over and said, "Hiya, Dec." I said, "Hiya." No, it's Ant, by the way. He said, "No, it's not." No, it is. It's Ant, seriously. Don't wind me up. I know who's who. Come here. And what did it go? So I just had to hold my hands up and go, "Yeah, I'm just joking with you." It's Dec.
I'll be whoever you want me to be. Whoever you want me to be.
Yeah.
But people do. But I mean, you know, you can't get upset. I mean, you know, when I was a kid, I never knew which one was Starsky and which one was Hutch, or which one was Cannon and which one was Ball. So you can't really get too annoyed, can you?
Little and large. That was
a kind of a giveaway.
It was easier, that one, yeah.
But we try and make it easier for people to buy. When we're on telly, like now, we do it the right way around. So it's left to right.
Left to right.
Ant and Dec. So.
Exactly. Well, we've all got it straight now. Okay. Let's talk about this remarkable success that you had, because, I mean, when did you first met on Backer Grove, didn't you?
That's
two
right,
lads from Newcastle.
Yeah.
Two lads from similar but very different backgrounds, in a sense, because you came from a broken home, didn't you, Ant? You came a single parent.
Single parent, yeah.
And Declan, you had this sort of very warm Catholic family seems to be wrapped around you, one of seven.
One of seven, yeah.
That's right. Was there ever a problem with the sort of single parent situation with you?
Not at all, no. I mean, growing up in Newcastle, especially where we grew up, it was almost like the norm, really. A lot of my friends grew up in single-parent homes, and I had a marvellous childhood.
And Declan, what about you? I mean, obviously, as I said, it looks a wonderful, warm Catholic childhood. One of your brothers became a priest.
He did, yes.
Did you ever find the calling?
I didn't know. It's been said many times that I often kind of thought of becoming a priest. It's not actually the case, but, you know, when you're at school, and you know, I went to an all-boys Catholic school, you know, and they ask you to consider whether that would be your true vocation. I thought about it, and then we saw the local convent school walking by, and I decided it wasn't quite for me. So I couldn't quite give that part of it up.
Yeah. What about when you first met? I mean, you're very close. I mean, it's like a marriage, your relationship, isn't it, basically?
Well, it kind of is. You know, we
Careful what you say, love.
To a degree. Oh, he hates it when I talk like this. Yeah. It kind of is. And it's one of those things, you know, when we're out and about separately, because believe it or not, we do things apart sometimes.
I hope so.
And only recently I was flying back to Newcastle, back home for the weekend, and I was going back on my own. And, you know, you just go through baggage reclaim, and, you know, you're going through security there, and they all automatically, people always say, "Where's your other half?" And by that, and I just automatically said, "He's at home."
You went to all these rumours, of course. You were a gay couple, weren't you, to start with?
Yeah, we were to start with.
Yes.
Because we
No,
were...
we weren't to start with.
Oh, yeah. We said we weren't to start
That's not where we started.
That's how we got close. We were in a band, and we were two young lads, and I think, like most boy bands, there's always rumours that goes around, but...
Yes.
Nah, they decided against that quite quickly.
We haven't got enough fashion sense to be gay. Do you know what I mean?
When did you first meet? How did you meet?
In her father's office in, I think, 1970.
1970, yeah.
So what happened, though? I mean, you saw her across a crowded room?
No, I was, you know, one of those telephone operators, and it was in the day where you wore one of those mouthpieces and you plugged people in.
What you do now?
No, and I was plugging in calls, and I would, like, you know, sit there in reception and be very official and, hello, good morning, can I help you, all of that. And Ozzy came in with Black Sabbath, and I was like, oh, dear, what's all that? And he had on a pyjama jacket, no shoes, and a tap round his neck on a piece of string. A tap.
Well, I used to think, back in those days, I used to smoke lots of that weird stuff that makes you think weird things, you know. I used to think, if you have a tap, you'll never be thirsty, you know. There's merit there somewhere.
There's a certain logic about it. Yeah, but you got together, and of course, you were bankrupt, weren't you?
Oh, yes. Well, always bankrupt, never any money. But I looked good. I looked good. I had the right clothes.
It's all on borrow, you know.
Oh, yeah, everything was knocked off.
Was it? Literally knocked off, was it?
Well, my father, he'd say, oh, what do you want for Christmas? I want a fur coat. And he'd send somebody out to nick one, and then they would be with a fur coat, and it's got somebody else's initials inside.
We won't go into that. No, not yet, we won't go into that. But what about, I mean, how soon before... you were drinking at the time, you were smoking...
Drinking at the time? I didn't even stop.
You were... but let me ask you a question. I mean, everybody smokes and drinks and all that stuff, but why did you do it the way that you did? Why did you do it so excessively? Have you ever thought about that?
Because I liked it. No, I'm in recovery now. I'm a drug addict, alcoholic. There wasn't the idea of one drink never entered my head. Right. You know, I just get hammered all the time.
Yeah.
And now, I mean, I'm nearly a year without now, which is I'm coming awake and I'm going, there are people here, you know. Not just a haze.
Is this what all happened before? Is it just a vague memory? Or...
I went into blackouts a lot, which I didn't realise. When I went into rehab several times, they told me about blackouts, and I thought they were just trying to frighten me. Until I woke up one morning in Amersham jail, and they read the charge sheet that I was charged with attempted murder. I go, what about? I tried to strangle my wife. I was dead.
You had no recollection.
Look at you two, you're so serious.
No.
No,
I just went, were you
it's like hearing my own life story just being told again.
And again.
Yeah, except it was Pink Friday, not Black Sabbath, but it was otherwise almost identical life story.
So
we've both been inside, of course.
Oh, you have both been inside, yeah.
Yes, I've done my
fabulous. What did you do?
credit cards.
Oh,
How she got into...
join me.
Shut up!